gets ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready, 95, 56. 45.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check, check, check. Tonight.
On first down, Brees. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Brees now. And Ginn's got it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Brees to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
That's caught. It's Thomas. 25 yards that time.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Here we go. Mike 5-4.
Shotgun now for Brees. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now Brees. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. Fourth and goal. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Winston and the Bucs take over now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the eye. Wide, get wide. Here we go.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a second and 5. To throw is Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready? Black 1,000. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Screen, 17. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. It's going to be a...
Jameis to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fourth down, and the Bucs trot out the former 49er Bradley Pinion to punt it. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Now this throw caught left side. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Brees now on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Kill. Protein spill.
Into the red zone, it's Brees. Looking for Thomas, he's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's it.
And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brees. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's second down. Throwing now is Brees. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Ready. You ready?
52 is the mic.
Good. Ready.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop. From the 29, Winston. He's going to air one out. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Oh, he sheds himself free. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
You killed.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Got it. Easy. 47 is the Mike, 47 is the Mike. Let's go, D. 47, Sonny. The Mike. Let's pick it up.
To try again after the sack. Winston under pressure again, and down he goes again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return will stop right around the 25.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
36. Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Breeze. Going for it all. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. Able to spin free. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then. But for now, we'll take the 3.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
But I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Green, 47, Mike 47. Ain't no such thing as hot.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Green, 56 to Mike, boys. 50 on. Check 56. Let's go. Easy. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
A run, it's Murray. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A first down throw for Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Winston now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Winston. Got some real estate inside the 30. Complete to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big 30-yard play on third. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Out out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Ready? Black 22. Black 27. Time to go. Night, night. Green 17.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Yeah. Flip it. 56. Mike's 50. Watch the curl. Watch the hut.
Winston. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Come on, QB, come on.
Here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Watch the shift. Check 3.
They'll go with Jones. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Breeze now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Following the interception, Winston. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Breeze to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Levante David. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Mike 54. That's it. 54.
First down, Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Cameron Jordan, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check 3, check 3.
This is Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Winston now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Wait.
To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Winston on 4th down. Airing this one out for him, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Wow, talk about a big fourth-down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
14. Hey, let's go.
52, block 52. 52's the mic.
Ready, set.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He's back to throw. And this is caught by Evans. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Ready. Back to the back. Behind. Flip. Go.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come on, D. Easy. 56. Check 56. Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete. He finds Bray. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready. 125. 54. You're trapped. Follow. Right there. Short. Okay, right there. 54 Mike. Watch your boy.
Winston to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Ready.
Check. Watch 54.
I'm here all day. 30.
Now Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
Breeze is looking to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?